What's happening, guys? Tonight I have the solicitations for the books coming out from DC for the month of May, and the books coming out from Marvel in the month of May. Got both the solicitations here, so I figured I would go ahead and take a look at what's coming down the pipeline, so to speak, and see what grabs my eye, what I'm planning on picking up versus what I'm not. Maybe talk a little bit about each book. As we see right here, the front of the DC one, they're talking about the two new Absolute titles that are coming out: Absolute Green Arrow, Absolute Catwoman. As we all know, Absolute is just the overwhelming, most popular thing right now in comic books. It's got everybody talking. Absolute Batman, I'm going to be passing on that. Absolute Catwoman, I'll be passing on that as well. But however, Absolute Green Arrow, I might check that out. I am kind of interested in seeing what they've got going on. Especially when it's described as a slasher horror. So we will see what we get with this book. As they say right here in the pitch, a serial killer is slaughtering corrupt billionaires. The only clue to his identity is the mysterious green arrow sticking out of his victims' corpses. Executive Protection Specialist Diana Lance, aka Absolute Black Canary, is one of the people tasked to uncover the murderer's identity as she investigates her suspects, all familiar DC archers uniquely linked to the recently murdered Oliver Queen. I know what you did last summer for billionaires. So I don't know. That kind of grabs me a little bit because I do like horror. But I kind of also feel like I've read a handful of Green Arrow stories where they're targeting billionaires. So, but we'll see. Absolute Superman, definitely be picking this up. Wonder Woman, definitely picking this up. Flash, that's a negative. Green Lantern, a negative. Martian Manhunter, a negative. Batman Hush 2, Chapter 6, the epic, long-awaited conclusion of Hush 2, Part 1. Trust me when I say this, nobody is waiting for this to be over. We just want it. We don't even want this to be over. We don't even want to see it again, ever. Just go scorched earth and not even bring us back this book. We've moved on. So we've got a leaping from the pages of May's Batman 09 into the next level, Barbara Gordon Breakout. So this looks like a one-shot that kind of has a lot to do with the next storyline for the Batman books. So possibly picking this up here, although I'm not the biggest fan of Mariko Tamikia's writing. It's okay, but it's never been something that I was really particularly fond of. Zatanna 2, pass. Batwoman 3, possibly. Lobo, pass. Deathstroke, pass. I heard that they were going to really start trying to use a bunch of the Wildstorm characters in this Deathstroke book. That is even more of a reason to not want to read it for me. Fury of Firestorm, possibly pick this up. Batman, yes. Poison Ivy, yes. Batgirl, no. Detectives, I'm going to pick this up. I'm kind of binging. I'm kind of collecting all these Tom Taylor Detective Comics. So when it wraps up, I can sit down and binge them. Nightwing, no. Harley Quinn, no. Catwoman, no. Wonder Woman, yes. JSA, I am going to be passing on this. I was reading the year 1, but since that's over, I'm not going to be carrying on. Justice League Unlimited, no. DC and Sonic the Hedgehog, absolutely not. Superman, no. Action Comics, no. Superman Unlimited and Supergirl, both of these I'll be picking up. I just don't have any interest in the character Superboy Prime, so that's why I'm not even bothering to pick that up. Batman Superman World's Finest, no. New Titans, no. Emperor Aquaman. Somebody was telling me the other day that this has gotten really good. I liked what I had read, the first handful of issues, but I just never got back to it, so it might be worth revisiting. Green Lantern, no. Green Lantern Corps, pass. Guy Gardner one-shot, pass. Flash, Ryan North and Gavin Guidry, absolutely. Adventure Superman, Book of L, yes. First Academy, or Gotham Academy, first year, pass. Superman, Father of Tomorrow. I read a little bit about this, what they're proposing to do, and I kind of seem intrigued by it. Kind of looks like something might be kind of interesting, so maybe I'll pick this up. I'm not sure. Swamp Thing, pass. Sirens, pass. Batman Static, pass. Another anatomy lesson, facsimile, pass on it. Nice House by the Sea, pass. Bleeding Hearts, I picked up issue 1. I don't think really I'm going to keep picking it up. This Ezra Kane this Ezra Kane series right here by Chris Condon. I read the first one. I liked it. Very detective era, noir, I believe they call it. End of Life, pass. Mad Magazine, pass. Now we're into the facsimiles. I'm not picking up any of these. Although if you have not read Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, and you come across it in facsimile, definitely give it a shot. It's probably one of the top 5 Superman stories of all time, if not higher. Then these are kind of like the young adult books. Pass on that. We're in the trades. Pass. They got a compact edition for Burnside. I know a lot of people really dig that costume for Batgirl right there. Maybe not the story, but they like that look. Pass on some of this stuff right here. Maybe Black Casebook Deluxe Edition would be pretty cool to pick up. If you're someone who likes all the classic Silver Age Batman stuff, this would be what you could grab. And we've got some Absolute stuff here. Absolute Ronin, Batman Monster Man. Basically passing on all this stuff right here. Bronze Age Omnibus. That would be a solid pickup right there. Another Nightwing, the Tom Taylor. This is the Omnibus Volume 2. Worth picking up. Just such a great run. And then they're celebrating 40 years of Batman Dark Knight Returns right here. So this is going to be a big deal all year long for DC. This is probably Batman's most famous story. If you had to rank all the Batman stories, this is probably going to be at the top, number 1. If not number 1, then it's number 2 behind year 1. But I got a strong feeling that this would be number 1 right here. So then we'll take a look at what Marvel's got to offer right here. So they're teasing their big event here. Queen in Black, Hell on Earth, which has Hela becoming the new... hey, look, they're opening up with a blind bag. So we've got Hell on Earth, and here's the quick synopsis. On the furthest edges of the solar system, Null, god of the void, builds a brand new army to destroy Earth, but Hela of Asgard might have gotten there first, so she makes planetfall with a legion of the galaxy's deadliest symbiotes. More symbiotes. So pass, and look at that. It's a 5-issue miniseries. Passing on that. Here's a couple of art teasers. This does look like some pretty cool artwork right here from the Amazing Spider-Man tie-in. But not enough for me to get involved in a Queen in Black, because I don't like Null, I don't like Hela, and I don't particularly like symbiotes. Now this Weapons of Armageddon, this is the Chip Zdarsky stuff that leads up to the big Armageddon assembles, the big storyline they've got planned. I love Captain America, Chip, and I did read this first issue of the Wolverine 4-issue miniseries that Chip's doing, so I'm going to finish this up. So I'll be picking up both of these. Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is another Dan Slott Spider-Man miniseries that takes place during the initial storyline of Brand New Day. And it says right here, do not miss this in-continuity adventure that will echo from Spider-Man's past into Spider-Man's present and future. So basically, if you like Dan Slott Spider-Man, you'll pick this up. I kind of am going to be on the fence about it. I'm not sure. Doom Quest, absolutely. I'll be picking up Doom. Ryan North on Dr. Doom is a no-brainer to me. It's a 5-issue miniseries. I'm glad that it's 5 instead of like 12. That seems to take so long to get done. Reborn, Ultimate Impact. I'll be passing on that. The Ultimate Universe's legacy lives on. That's a big task. Now, this is the Wonder Man they're introducing here, spitting out of the Ultimate Universe. Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Versary, pass. Civil War Unmasked. This has been 20 years since they did Civil War, so it's time for them to revisit it. Follow the unseen stories of Iron Man, Spider-Man, Goliath, Tiger, and Captain America before, during, and after Civil War. I'll be passing on this. The creative team, Christos Gage, kind of turns me away. Fantastic Four, absolutely, I'll be picking that up. Captain Marvel, Dark Past, I don't plan on picking that up. I'm currently reading this Death Spiral. We're only on, I think, the 3rd part of it. So this looks like a one-shot right here that has a little bit more exploration of what's going on. I'll probably be skipping that. Then we've got Countdown to issue 1000 right here. Amazing Spider-Man. Definitely picking that up. Venom. Yeah, I'm picking this up right here. I really like Mary Jane and the symbiote together. I've said that before, so I'm back on it. All new Spectacular, the web-slinging wall crawler, the Man of Steel. This is all the This is the Spider-Man and Superman. This is the Marvel ones. So I'll be picking all these up. All these really cool covers. You've got Golden Age Superman right here with Spider-Man Noir. That's fun. A Ryan Stegman cover. A Peach cover right here. Some really fun covers, even though everything on the inside is the same. And we've got a Justice League and Avengers facsimile edition. Now, if you have not had a chance to read Justice League Avengers, I think they are beginning to reprint some of the issues. They did do a reprinting of the trade about 2 years ago. It was a very small reprint as kind of like a fundraiser for George Perez passing. Now, they're doing the first issue as a facsimile, so chances are they'll be doing the other 3. And this is probably one of the best intercompany crossovers that they've ever had. You definitely have probably the strongest writing team, Kurt Busiek, and then you've got George Perez pencils. Kurt Busiek is a writer's writer, very strong writing, and he knows that these type of storylines here, you know, are pretty challenging in nature to write, but he does his best. X-Men of Apocalypse Omega, pass on that, absolutely. X-Men by Jed McKay, definitely picking this up. Cyclops, the first issue did not blow me away. The second one hits this week, so I'll maybe thumb through it to see what to see if I want to pursue it. It's only 5 issues. I could definitely keep pushing through, but there's really no need if I thumb through the second one and it doesn't grab me. X-Men United #1 just came out last week. I still have yet to read that. Storm, I've got to get on that. I've got the first issue. It's only a 5-issue mini. Moonstar, I picked up the first issue. I like Ashley Allen. She's got 2 books out this month. That's a good sign for her. Ashley Allen, I was thinking about this after I read her Moonstar. Her writing, it is very, she has large casts in her book. You know, in the Moonstar book, not only do you have Danny Moonstar, but her mom and dad are also in there, as well as the big bad guy, as well as 2 other supporting characters show up. So she keeps a big cast in her books, but she also handles it well. Kind of very Chris Claremont style, where juggling a bunch of characters. So that's one of the things I've noticed about Ashley Allen's writing. And this right here, I'm picking this up. This follows the Magic miniseries that she did, and which also has ties in this Moonstar book. Psylocke Ninja, no. Rogue, yes. Deadpool by Benjamin Percy, absolutely yes. This just got too ridiculous for me. I picked up issue 1. I enjoyed it somewhat. Issue 2 just got way too complicated and convoluted. Inglorious X-Force, I still need to pick up issue number 2. Generation X-23. I read the first one and couldn't tell you anything that happened in it. So that's not a good sign. Wolverine, no. Uncanny X-Men, yes. Wiccan and Hulkling one-shot, no. Alias, no. Daredevil, yes. I got to get a copy of issue number 1. I'm not sure if it's already out or not yet. Wonder Man. I'll probably pick up the first issue to see what Gary Duggan, ever has pronounced, is doing with Wonder Man. Iron Man, yes. Sentry, possibly. If there's anyone who knows how to write Sentry, it's Paul Jenkins. Null, hell to the no. Imperial Guardians, no. Punisher, yes. Doctor Strange, no. Psy, no. Sorcerer Supreme, no. Steve Orlando, single-handedly being kept busy by Scarlet Witch. Ghost Spider, no. Deadly Hands, no. Black Cat, no. I gave up on this book, I think around issue 2 or 3. But I saw it's been extended to issue number 15, so that's good. Maybe it's finally starting to find an audience. Miles Morales, no. Infernal Hulk, absolutely. Moon Knight, I got to get issue number 1 of this. It was sold out everywhere around town. Mortal Thor, yes, definitely. Now we're here into the facsimiles. Pass on both of these. Godzilla Infinity Roar, no, I'm done with. I had enough Godzilla, thank you. Alien miniseries, no. Predator Bloodshed, no. Planet of the Apes and the FF, yes. Like the first two, I've only got 2 more issues to go. Rogue One, no, not at all. No Star Wars, really. Star Wars Shadow of Maul, Galaxy's Edge. There's none with the main cast. So you only have 3 Star Wars books right now. Rogue One, Galaxy's Edge, and Shadow of Maul. And none of that of the big cast. No, not even a Vader book. Wow. Blood Hunt, pass on this. These are all omnibuses and trades. I don't have any interest in picking any of these up. Although if you have not read Chip Zdarsky's Captain America, here's the trade paperback right here. Highly recommend it. We got good Chip. I like this Hulk Smash Everything by Ryan North. That's been a fun book. This Superior Foes of Spider-Man, this was kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say comedy. I don't want to say comedic, but it was definitely it was kind of quirky in like the way that the Hawkeye book was quirky. You know, you had it was a lot of really cool interaction between all of these villains right here. And the cool thing about all these villains is they are real street level villains. So you don't have anybody trying to take over the planet, or you don't have anybody that's a huge psychopath and is just killing people left and right. All these people are basically bank robber villains. And it was really cool seeing all their interactions. It was kind of, you just had kind of like that weird Hawkeye vibe. A lot of kind of like the Spider-Woman book by, I think that was Gary Duggan, or I'm trying to think of what else I would kind of compare it to. You had is a lot of, or maybe like some Bendis dialogue in the Powers book, almost like slice of lifestyle dialogue, but about being a villain in the Marvel Universe. And anyway, long story short, I recommend it if you like some lighthearted type stuff. Pass on all this stuff right here. I did enjoy this miniseries right here, this 5-issue miniseries by J. Michael Straczynski. So I recommend it. And none of this stuff right here. Iron Man Epic Collection. These Epic Collections are $50. That's insane. And then we've got some Brand New Day, Art of the Movie stuff. Brand New School Day. And we got some posters here if you're still into posters in the year of our Lord 2026. But that is the Marvel solicitations for the month of May. As you can see, a ton of miniseries and a ton of 5-issue miniseries. Some of them are even 4-issue miniseries. So Marvel definitely has got minis covered galore. So that is everything coming out. If you see anything that you like, let the people at your shop know. Got to get those orders in to support the books that you want. The numbers are the only thing that matter in keeping a book going. Remember that. It's not tweets. It's not Instagram art. It's not whatever else is out there. Sales numbers is the only thing that matters. So until next time, talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.